fancy mics yet. I'm Sarah and I'm excited that this is my very first YouTube video. I wanted to introduce myself and tell you a little bit more about what I hope to bring to this channel. I love reading and I'm a bit of a homebody and I do a little bit of travel as well. So I'm hoping to bring a little bit of all of those things to this channel, but mainly focusing in on some bookish content. I read over 200 books last year and I just haven't been into social media all that much anymore, except for YouTube. I love watching BookTube or YouTube channels that focus in around bookish content. I thought I'd put together a list of questions. I did find some of these from other booktubers as well, and I will recognize all of those individuals that I've gained some of these insights or suggestions from at the end of this video as well. So first question, what to expect from this channel? Bookish content, book reviews, travel. I just got into a new position with my job. I do work full-time as well, and my job requires a lot of travel from me. While I'll mainly be very busy with my job itself and just getting from point A to point B, I'm hoping to take you along still if I have the bandwidth to do so. And then my husband and I really like to travel as well. I am married and I do have a little fur baby as well who's really wanting dinner, but I'll get him that once we finish up. I thought I'd take you along on some of those travels too. So books that I really enjoy, genres I really enjoy reading, books I really enjoy reading. I am like a lot of booktubers. I got back into reading after getting into ACOTAR. A friend told me about it. I still remember the exact time and where I was when she told me about ACOTAR. We were driving to the thrift store and I found the book through the library and asked her if this is what she expected me to read, because I read the first chapter and was like, what the hell? And yeah, just went down that rabbit hole. So here I am. I still enjoy a lot of fantasy, romantasy, romance, mafia, sports, all of that, and a little bit of suspense and thriller. I've gotten a little bit more into fiction over the last half of last year, so that's kind of the genre that I'll be bringing to this channel as well, but I'm hoping to still expand and I take any suggestions as well. I am on Fable. I'll list my Fable account down below, so if you want to join me, follow along with my reading journey. I'm hoping to start another book club for everybody. I do have a book club that I started last January, and it's still going really strong. It's a virtual book club with some of my really good friends and family, so that's been one of my favorite things that I started last year and what gave me the confidence to just start this as well. Next question, how many books are you planning on reading in 2026? I read 217 in 2025. That was not my goal. My goal was 100, but I pretty much cut out social media, and my husband and I really was budgeting, and we got rid of a lot of subscriptions as well. So I think we only had Hulu and Amazon for the first 6 months. We got rid of our Amazon as well, and just reading was my entertainment, reading was my escape. And so this year I'm planning on still 100. I'm not trying to outdo myself. I just genuinely love reading and I genuinely love escaping. So 100 to 150 maybe. I forget what I put on my Fable. I think I put 150 actually. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, that's fine too, because like I said, I am starting a new job. A new role within my company, and it's very different than what I was doing before. I could clock in, do what I do. I knew what I was doing like the back of my hand, which is how I was able to do a lot of audiobooks as well. And move on, but I've no pressure, and I'm proud of anybody that reads anything, even if it's just one book for the entire year. So not in competition with anybody but myself. A book you're likely to reread this year. I was thinking about this a lot at the end, I would say the last 2 months of last year, is that there's some books that I just keep thinking about and that I'd love to get to reread, but then I'm just so excited to read a new book as well. I have yet to reread a book for a very, very long time. Since getting back into reading, I would say I got back into reading maybe mid 2024, and I haven't reread anything, and I used to reread books all the time. So this year, I'm actually hoping to reread a couple of my 5 stars from the last 2 years. Sorry if you hear my dog. One of them is Funny Story by Emily Henry. That was a 5-star read for me. I've been really thinking about, sorry, I'm waiting for my dog. You good, Betty? I have still to this day, I think of Throne of Glass all the time. That's one of my God tier reads. And so I've been thinking about rereading that series as well. One that I cannot get out of my head since last fall is Nightshade by Autumn Wood? I'll verify that on the screen. But that was one of my 5 stars. I didn't rate it 5 stars initially, but I have thought about it, I think weekly since reading it. It was just, it may have been in the right book, right time, but it gave the perfect fall vibes. And the second book in that series is coming out next summer. And I think I'll probably do a reread before doing the second book. So I'm excited about that one. I have a few others, but those were the top 3 that I thought of right now. A priority read on your 2026 TBR. I do have a list of books, either new releases or series that are out, but I just haven't gotten to. So I do have a whole 2026 TBR, and I know a lot of people put those out. Maybe I'll put one out too, but I would say a priority for 2026 for me is the Edge of Darkness series by Lee Rivers, Insatiable, and I forgot the other 2, but I'll put those on the screen as well. And then the Boys of Tommen series, I've heard so much about it. Boys of Tommen by Chloe Walsh, I've heard a lot about it, and I would love to see what the hype was about. And I know I need to prepare myself for the turmoil that comes with that, but I've heard nothing but good things, so that one's on my list as well. Something new that you want to read. I think going into 2026, some new focus for me would be I want to get a little more into mystery thrillers. I used to be really into mysteries growing up. Of course, Nancy Drew. I really loved these Cat Who books. I need to look them up. I haven't looked them up recently, but I used to love mystery books. I read almost everything that the library had to offer growing up, but I want to get back into mystery. My sisters and some of my really good friends in my book club are really into thrillers, so they've given me a few recommendations there. Another one that popped up for me recently are the classics. I did read in December this past year, I did read Wuthering Heights. One, I had that in my mind that I did want to reread some of the classics, 1984, Animal Farm, some of those ones that we had to read in high school, or that I had to read in high school. And I read Wuthering Heights because the movie is coming out. It's probably out by the time that this video has gone up. I was really excited to see that one. I did have to read, that was on one of the books I had to read in middle school, high school as well. So I reread that one. I think I gave it 3 stars actually, but I want to get more into the classics again. They're classics for a reason, but so that's on my list. I want to do 1 or 2 more at least in 2026, but we will see. And then getting into a little bit, not into, but I'd like to read a couple of nonfictions, just some educational books. I did read a couple last year, a leadership book, just stuff for work, but maybe some nonfiction and more fiction focused as well. I got into a few of those. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but if you have any good fiction novels, let me know. Popular book that you want to read in 2026, whether new or already released. I have a few. The Compelling Fate Saga by Sophia St. Germain, the Wolf King series. I think the third book's coming out in 2026, so I am excited to read that series as well. I really want to read a Taylor Jenkins Reid's novel. Atmosphere is on my TBR for 2026, and I'm hoping to put that in the mix for my book club, my online book club that I'm doing. I may make them. I'm the lead, so I may make them read it regardless. But Taylor Jenkins Reid's is on my TBR, Atmosphere specifically. Spark of the Everflame series, I think the last book is also coming out this year, so I would like to read that. One of my girlfriends in my book club really enjoyed that series, so I'm hoping to get into that as well. And then Heavenly Bodies, I think the last book is also supposed to come out this year, so I would like to read that series. Most anticipated book. The first one that popped up in my head, actually I had two, but the very first one is Liz Tomforty's In Her Own League. That whole series is a god tier series for me as well. I absolutely love the found family, so I'm excited to get the coach's perspective. So that is coming out next month, March. Yeah, next month. So I'm really excited about that one. The third book in the Ashen series, Dawn of the North, I'm really excited about as well. The Road of Bones was the very first book in my book club, and we did the first and the second actually in my book club. And so that series is just a little, it's near and dear to my heart because my book club is something that I cherish a lot. I'm just excited to continue with this series. I actually just finished the novella, and it was good. It was great. I need more. I'm ready for the next book. By the time this video drops, it should be out. So it is an anticipated read for me. And then the last is a new author. She has two books coming out this year. It's K.M. Moranova. She did the book that I saw that was really popular of hers is Leave Me Behind. And then she had two other books come out within the same universe. And I read the two in that universe first before I read Leave Me Behind, and I'm glad I did that. I really like her writing. It's very compelling, it draws me in. There's a lot of, some of what her characters say is just very poetic to me. So she has two books that are coming out this year in, I think one's a standalone and then one is the second in a series. So I'm really excited to read all of those as well. Bookish things you are leaving behind this year. One thing that I was getting sick of is starting brand new releases that are part of series that are not fully published yet. I am sick of starting series that are not completed. So my goal is to focus on series that are completed or just waiting until the series is completed, because I enjoy immersing myself in the whole universe or the whole series, and I don't want to forget anything by the time the next book is released. And if that's the case, what I love about authors, or what I love that certain authors do, is a bit of a recap. And not everybody does that. They'll just pick up right where the last book left off. And if you don't remember, then it just ruins the experience for me. A bookish goal for 2026. I would say that's starting this channel, and my goal is to try to post once a week. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm excited that I'm even sitting here talking to you right now. That's step one, right? Your auto buy author. So authors that if they publish anything, you're buying anything that they put down. I have a lot for this one too. Emily Henry, Ali Hazelwood. Like I said, my new one is K.M. Moranova. I've really enjoyed a lot of her books. SJM, of course. Jessa Hastings. There's been a few flops of hers that I've heard from other people who seem to have very similar book taste that I do, but I've read all of Magnolia Parks. I read, what's the other one? Standalone. It's like it looks like Mary's on the front of the cover. I'll post a picture. But I love those as well. She's another author that when she writes, I feel like it's poetry to me. Demi Winter's The Ashen series, I've really thoroughly enjoyed that book as well. Julie Soto has been a 4+ star for me, so I'm reading anything that she puts out as well. I really do like that Rose and Chains. I read that. I didn't realize it was a series. I don't know. I didn't do my research, but I didn't realize that was a series, and I think it's a 3-book series, and I did read that. Brilliant. I loved it. Rachel Gillick and Tom Forty, those are some of my favorite authors. A book to show or movie adaptation that I'm excited about that's coming out this year. There's a lot coming out this year that I'm really excited about, and I just got done saying I don't watch a lot of TV or movies. My husband and I do watch movies. We try to do a movie night once a week with our pizza night too. First is Project Hail Mary is coming out. We did Van Life last year for about a few months, and that was one that both him and I listened to together while driving. People We Meet on Vacation was released last month in January, and I loved it. I thought they did a great job. The Odyssey, that's another thing I read growing up, was I loved history and biography, so I read a lot of Cleopatra. I loved Greek mythology, so I actually attempted to read The Odyssey. The Odyssey was one we actually had to read part of in school, and I loved it. So The Odyssey is coming out. I'm really excited about that. And I forget who the actor is, but I remember thinking, ooh, I like him. So I'm excited about that one. Wuthering Heights should be out by the time this is released. I'm excited to see that one. Practical Magic 2, which is based off the Book of Magic, but the second one is coming out. And one of my absolute favorite places that we went while van lifing was Coopville on Whidbey Island in Washington, and that's where they filmed the first one. And I didn't know that that's where they filmed the first one. I had seen it. I have grown up with that movie, but I didn't know that that's where it was filmed. And they had a whole store dedicated to practical magic, and I had to talk to a few locals about it. But I love that place. I love Whidbey Island. I love Coopville. So I'm really excited to see Practical Magic, and I love those two actresses. Oh, one that I'm really excited about because I love Ali Hazelwood, The Love Hypothesis, and I do think that they casted really well for that role too. Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is the only Colleen Hoover book I've read. I really did enjoy this one. I have not read any of her other stuff. And then I just read an Alice Feeney book, and I did really enjoy it. I liked it a lot, but an adaptation of His and Hers is coming out, so I'm really looking forward to that one too. How has your taste evolved from last year? I would say that at the beginning of the year, I did a lot of continuation with my fantasy, romantasy, contemporary romance. And then towards the end of the year, I started getting into, sports romance for one was a big leap for me. I got into some mafia romance, which was really fun, and I actually really miss it. I need to get back into my mafia phase. I tried a little bit of high fantasy, Brandon Sanderson. I'm gonna say soft DNF it. I want to get back into it. It was just right book, wrong time for me. And then I was getting into a little bit more fiction focused book. I think I was just drinking the same Kool-Aid, so to speak, and I needed a little bit of change. So I noticed that I was doing a lot of books that were had more depth or a lot more focus on character building. I actually started changing or evolving who I was watching on YouTube as well based off of that, because I love my fantasy and romantasy, and I will always be coming back to it, but it was the same stuff over and over again. So I actually discovered some new favorite YouTubers because of that, because I just needed a change of pace. I enjoyed more fiction-focused literature. Last question. Booktubers or creators that have inspired me to start this. I have 5 right off the top of my head. If I have any more, I'll list them. But Larry from Larry Reads, Sarah, I think it's Sarah C. Laura Emmy, Mariana, all very different, and I've watched quite a few others, but these are the ones that I am subscribed to and that I really enjoy listening to and watching. They all have such differing opinions, yet they still enjoy a lot of the same stuff. I love when they don't. I love hearing their why, and I love their aesthetic. So every single one of them is just like, you know, if you want to do something, just do it, try it. So these ladies, thank you. I'm excited to get going with my journey here. So if you enjoyed any of this, if you resonated with any of this, please subscribe and like below. And I look forward to continuing making some of these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.